Video games. A hobby I've enjoyed my entire life. I've been playing them since I was a little kid, maybe 4 or 5 years old was my first ever video game, being Pokemon Leaf Green. I love some video games, and I hate others. I can enjoy a typical Call of Duty. Wow, look at him, being all cool and shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Or an Assassin's Creed, or a Souls game.
You can't see me, dumbass. Fucking idiot.
That's why we have the power of ranged attacks. Ha! Ah! Fuck, even some Roblox here and there. But there is one genre of video game I simply cannot stand. And that genre is MMOs. I'd go as far as to say that MMOs are the worst genre of video games, and I'm not just going into this with blind judgment. I've played my fair share of MMOs, whether it be Final Fantasy XIV, Star Wars The Old Republic, Phantasy Star Online 2, World of Warcraft, and Destiny. Well, that one's not really an MMO, but it kinda is, but it's also obviously not. It's in the middle. But why do I hate MMOs so much? Well, there's a handful of reasons as to why I hate MMOs as much as I do. Now, if you'll sit here and bear with me, I can explain those said reasons as to why I avidly hate MMOs the amount that I do. Before I get started, I am slowly realizing that I think I'm coming down with a cold while I'm recording this, so I deeply apologize if you hear me be all nasally through this video. I mean, it kind of fits the whole talking about MMOs vibe, because MMOs are for fucking nerds, bro. Anyways, let me get my biggest gripe with MMOs out of the way really quick, because this genuinely eats me up. The fact that paid monthly subscriptions are still active and are still a product that you can purchase. This is, without a doubt, the biggest reason I do not like MMOs, or even bother trying to play them for the matter. Now, I know not all MMOs are pay to play, and that's fine. Like games like Phantasy Star Online 2 and Star Wars The Old Republic, those games are not pay to play. You can play the games entirely free, and honestly, I would definitely recommend it. Those are two of the only MMOs that I actually appreciate. But games like Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft are two of the biggest examples of the fact that if you want to play after your certain limit, especially with Final Fantasy, you need to pay for it. Honest to God, paid subscription should just not be a fucking thing. Like, you're already paying $60 out your ass for an expansion every couple of years or so, which granted, each expansion provides a lot of content, but you should not have to pay extra to play the content you already own, if you get what I mean. Like, let's say Call of Duty 2022, you pay the $70 for the game on your PS5, and in order to continue playing after a certain amount of time, you have to pay like $16 a month just to keep playing it. But Activision has already taken your money, and they're profiting off of it. And some people will go to the extent of being so fucking obsessed with a game that they'll just keep dishing out and dishing out and dishing out and dishing out money month after month after month after month until they're begging their mom to pay for their subscription. I already mentioned this, but it's almost as if they're gatekeeping the content you have already paid for if you do not pay for your subscription. Like, I get it. You know what you're getting yourself into by paying for said subscription and playing that game, but you're paying $60 out your ass every so often that when your subscription ends and you do not pay for it again, you're fucked. You literally are account locked. Your account is locked until you pay for that next subscription. Like, it's bullshit. It's scummy as fuck. I know some people are like, well, if you don't want to pay for it, then don't even bother playing it. Listen, there are some people who are so blinded by their infatuation with cat people and Lalafels from Final Fantasy that they'll keep paying the $16 a month for it, and then spend ridiculous amounts of money on the online store to get the car from Final Fantasy 15. I just think that paid subscriptions need to die. Like, they just need to go away. If I thought battle passes were bad, this is a whole new caliber of horse shit. The worst thing an MMO can do besides having paywalls such as subscription services, is boring content. And every single MMO I've played has just been rather boring in terms of story or content. I know a few of my friends who play Final Fantasy, if they see this video, they're just gonna shit on me and rag on me, like, oh, you didn't even give the game a chance, you didn't even get past the first expansion. Listen, it doesn't take much for me to get bored of something, especially video games. If I don't find enjoyment within the first few hours, I will turn it off and most likely never play it again. And with Final Fantasy XIV specifically, I got through maybe 6 or 7 hours worth of the game, the first story campaign, and I thought it was one of the most boring fucking things I've ever fucking played. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit from that, but I don't care. It's just my opinion. Take that however you may. I don't care. I feel as if with MMOs, they should have a good meaty chunk of content. But with that meaty chunk of content needs to come substance and quality. And I just feel as if every single MMO I've ever played, even the ones that I enjoy, like Phantasy Star Online and SWTOR, they're just boring. Like, they're uninspired stories and they're boring as shit. Even Star Wars, Old Republic era is phenomenal, but I just feel as if it's so fucking boring. Most of the time, the writing is abhorrent. Everything just feels so forced and just wooden and stale. I just feel like not a lot of love goes into these games. Now I get it, the lead director, Final Fantasy XIV, Yoshi P, love that man to death. Congrats on your game being the most successful MMORPG of 2021. Good on you. I'm just sorry that I didn't like it, as everyone else seems to dick ride the fuck out of that game. I just think MMOs are boring as shit. Like, every single quest line in an MMO just feels the same. It's a fetch quest. It's go grab this item and then return it to someone else. I know that could be said for a lot of games. Fetch quests are my least favorite type of quest in a video game, and honest to God, it's just so fucking tedious and boring and just has no substance to it. When I play a game, I look for substance. I look for good writing. I just look for the good stuff. Alright? I'm in for the meaty good burger. And yes, I'm talking about Good Burger, you know, the all-time film. I've noticed with single-player games such as The Witcher, Skyrim, Fallout, Assassin's Creed, just any RPG for that matter, they all have rather good writing where it needs to be written. Can't say so much about the Bethesda games because Bethesda kind of just shits out whatever they want, but where the stuff is good, it's really, really good. It's not just good, it's damn good. And with every single MMO that I've played, everything that should be good, I'm just like, okay, what's next? Nothing really ever grabs me. And when stuff is supposed to captivate you and just make you feel moved by the situation or the scenario that your character is going through, it just doesn't work out for me. It really doesn't. And everything just feels so bland and butchered and just shitty. But yeah, time to dick ride a single player game that everyone seems to dick ride. If you want a good game with good writing, it's long, to the point, not forced multiplayer, no paid microtransaction, fucking paywalls, play The Witcher 3 or Red Dead Redemption 2, please. I beg you. Alright, we're getting down to the fucking wire. My other huge gripe, and last gripe, really, since I've kind of run the topics dry a little bit. I've kind of made my point as to why I don't like MMOs, but this is one that kind of just nails it all together. The communities. Now, speaking from someone who is in some very toxic communities, I can sense when a community is toxic or not toxic. Call me an empath if you may. I'm so sorry that I just said that. Oh my god. It is 2:25 in the morning. I am so fucking tired. There are some communities within MMOs that are just disgusting. Like, just greasy, Cheeto dust fingered, fucking Mountain Dew drinking, sweaty ass, fucking unshaven, mangled hair.
Yep. Oh, this is obvious. Barf, barf, barf.
Motherfuckers in these communities, and it's foul. It is a foul language that they speak. Like, when I played Final Fantasy XIV for the bit that I did, that community was rather sweet and rather nice, but when I played with people who were higher level than me, because, you know, when you start a new game, you need to get into it, you need to learn how to play it. Some people that I met were just the most rude, abhorrent douchebags I've ever met playing a video game. Same goes with World of Warcraft, by the way, and every other subsequent MMO that I've played. Oh, what's that? You got daddy's credit card, you got mommy's credit card. Go ahead and just spend all their fucking hard-earned money on your cat girls or that new mount you want. That'll get you somewhere, right? That mount may get you from one end of the city to the other, but it will never ever get you some bitches. I half expect a lot of people to take this video as me just shitting on MMOs entirely, which I mean, to be fair, it is. I will not deny that at all. And then some people are going to think that I'm pinpointing them and just trying to target harassment towards them. That's not what the point of this video is at all. If you like MMOs, if you like Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, SWTOR, Phantasy Star Online, good for you. I don't care. I just think that these games are abhorrent and just boring, bad, nothing sandwiches. It's like a burger without the beef. It's like a sandwich without the bread. It's like a Pokemon game without the national dex. It's like Minecraft without the blocks. It's like Kirby without being to suck. It's like a Jedi without his lightsaber. The point that I'm trying to make is that I just don't like MMOs. Like, it's my opinion. You literally do not have to agree with me. I don't expect a lot of people to agree with me because I know a lot of people dick ride the fuck out of certain MMOs, and that's fine. You do you. I'm just speaking how I feel about them. In fact, if these communities weren't so toxic towards newer players, I think I would have enjoyed them a lot more, as I felt like I was kind of harassed away from the game amongst the millions of other reasons why I just don't want to fucking play MMOs. Keep in mind, I'm a person. There is nothing different between me and you. We are all the same fleshy beings on this fucking floating rock in the middle of space. We all breathe, we all eat, we all shit, we're all gamers, okay? You get the point. Do not go out of your way to harass me just because my opinion differs from yours. To an extent, I have been rather harassed over my opinions on certain games or movies, television, whatever it may be. Like, there's just no need. And I guarantee if this video gets anywhere, which I hope to God it does, there's going to be a lot of targeted harassment, and I will not tolerate that whatsoever. This is just a video of me explaining why I don't like MMOs, and you literally, by no law or stature, have to agree with me at all. Like, there is no gun pointed at your head saying you have to agree with me or else you will die. There is nothing. All I'm trying to say is MMOs suck. Take that as you may. Like I said a million times, I don't fucking care what your opinion is. My opinion is how I feel, and there's not really much you can do to change it. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Maybe I'll do another video as to why I hate MMOs, because there's still some more opinions as to why I hate them, but I feel like they could be in a separate video on their own. So yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Peace.